Hello, and welcome back to the Cooper Villa channel. I'm Scott Cooper, and I'm here with Noah Fisher to discuss Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa and to wrap up what has been an amazing season. Not the best way to finish, but look, we're on the beach. It doesn't matter. Who cares? They let them have their win, and pretty much a B team for Villa as well. But look, it's been a positive party atmosphere at Selhurst Park, and we're looking forward to next season now. So we will be talking about that and much more after this. And welcome back to Coop de Villa on live. And as the season wraps up, Noah, look, it's just me and Noah this week. Tommy is on his way to China, so safe travels, Tommy. He'll be back in a week or two. And look, we went down to Selhurst Park. Awful game, no, but look, the crowd were great, and it was a party atmosphere. Everyone had their mock Champions League blow up Champions Leagues, and we were still singing when it was 5-0. So, first of all, what did you think of the atmosphere? And then I guess we can touch on the game. Even though, look, it was a glorified friendly, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, you pretty much covered everything, Scott. So thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back soon after this podcast. But it was unreal. Obviously, being in communication with Owen, I knew he was going as a big banana. And him and his mate Bill were dressing up. It was a party day. We were on the beach. We couldn't drop any lower. We couldn't go any higher. It was just no real feeling, but just how good were the fans? I mean,
yeah.
I wish I wanted Watkins to get his 20th goal. That's the only thing I wanted to come out of the game. And unfortunately, the 20-goal curse does continue. And Tommy didn't have to buy the shirts, but he has. He has bought.
I know. Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. I wasn't here on the last episode you guys did when we did qualify. Yeah, that's amazing that Tommy's got us a Watkins shirt. Fantastic. But look, he did have a chance with a header that he probably should have scored, or at least hit the target. But and in the first half, even though we were 2-0 down, I didn't think we were that bad. We had a few chances. Giarbi had a good chance. We could have had maybe a penalty or two. There was a few that probably would have been stiff on Palace if they'd been given, but seen them given, sort of from time to time. But probably weren't penalties. And look, in the second half, it was pretty embarrassing. Even Emery said afterwards 5-0 was a bit embarrassing. But look, in the end of the day, Palace, it was a perfect storm for Palace, right? We're tired. We played a B team. They're absolutely flying. Eze, Elise, they're some good players.
They're flying.
Yeah.
They put us to the sword. It was a B grade team. Callum Chambers at CDM, Olsen in goal, Longley back in the team, and we weren't really there. McGinn was out, on the beers not too long ago in the middle of town when fans getting photos with him through the glass and stuff. And it's been a pretty, I guess, emotional kind of a week for most of the team. I mean, to get Champions League football is a massive feat for this club. And I mean, I'm happy with the position. I wish we kind of ended on a high, but I think we're all kind of burnt out now and bring on the off season. And I mean, the biggest news, I guess, coming out of today is officially announced with Adidas on social media and on Villa socials. And I mean, it's probably the world's worst kept secret that we're going to be signing with Adidas. That's out there now and onwards and upwards.
Absolutely. £40 million this season, I think, is the deal.
Should be more.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's over double what
Yeah, I
the
know.
Castore deal was. So
It's massive. It's
that's
massive for the club.
yeah, and that definitely helps with FFP and PSP and all that sort of financial fair play. So that's great for the club. We've also got a different sleeve badge and all that, and the sponsor on the front is all. It's all going in the right direction, and look, we got the Champions League money as well, and yeah, we're all looking forward to next season. It's been, like you said, an emotional week. The players had their awards night on the Tuesday night, probably a few rough heads on the Wednesday, and then Ollie Watkins got Playmaker of the Year, which I didn't even know was a real award, but
Didn't you know? It's the most assists.
yeah, I mean, I knew he had the most assists, but I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
that you
nice.
actually got an award for that. And I
No, you
was
do,
happy to
yeah.
see it.
It's awesome. I'm not sure if anyone Villa players come close to winning that, but
No,
I actually can't believe he didn't get player of the season. I'm actually gobsmacked he didn't get player of the season. 19 goals, 13 assists, compared to what 19 goals, 8 assists in a championship winning side. I know Foden is, but wow, that's one hell of a season.
I think if it was after the Arsenal game where he scored, right? He probably deserves it, but then since then, he kind of has dropped off a little bit, maybe, I guess.
I think he needed 20 something goals and he would have gotten it.
Yeah, it's definitely harsh, and he's definitely in the team of the season, I would say. But they normally go for the someone from the side that wins the league, and and Foden is amazing, and we saw with the goal yesterday to after 2 minutes, like
what a finish.
Yeah, what a time to do it as well. When there's a bit of nerves, can we get over the line? So, look, that's for them, and they've won 4 in a row, and congratulations. I mean, that's never been done in English football.
They've won 8 since 2012, whatever it was.
And Pep's won
7? No, 6.
No, 6 in 8.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to topple them while he's there. I mean, I think the Arsenal side got more wins than they did in the Invincible year, and they still come up short. So, it's going to be tough to go again with these teams. Villa are going to have to really be smart in the off season,
big time. Speaking of being smart, what do you reckon about this comment from Paul? I've seen it all over social media, and I know his loan spell didn't end too great, but what he's done at Luton as a squad player, definitely not as a starter or anything, but we're going to need squad depth. We've proven how much we need squad depth. On a free, I think do it. That's how I see it.
I'd be up to it. Yeah,
as a squad player, he has to know he's not going to come in and start every week because we have too good of a team, but someone that can make an impact, can ping a ball, can get in this. I reckon he's kind of what we need as a squad player.
Yeah, absolutely, and he can get on the score sheet as well, and that's
he's done well in a Luton side that's struggled. Unfortunately, they got relegated because I loved how Luton go about their business and stuff. And again, Ross Barkley was smart business for them. Unfortunately, the situation, they couldn't sign some more than a 1-year deal because he's probably on a lot of money. But
he probably doesn't want to play in the championship.
No, obviously not. But I think it's smart business. I think it'd be smart business for us.
Yeah, not the only ex-player that's been linked this week. There's been a lot of Grealish talk.
Dude, mate, Football
constantly,
Insider, do not listen to Football Insider, Footy Insider. They are rubbish.
Well, look, I've seen it on numerous.
If he comes back, he comes back. But
yeah.
Super Jackie Grealish, or
I don't know. Let's see. But look,
it's been insane. He's been gone for 3 years, won 3 Premier Leagues, and just come rolling back. I just don't think I wouldn't see him as the same. Let's be honest. I'd be happy if he. I don't know if I want him back, Scott, but a lot of people do. I just, as a Kieran, I don't see him coming back. I don't see it.
Well, he's not playing at the moment. I think is the biggest sort of indicator. Yeah, okay, he's winning trophies, but maybe he could. Do you think winning a Premier League for Man City, or maybe winning like an FA Cup, or or a I
He
don't
could
know
have done something seriously
for
special with his
us?
football club, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to.
I don't
So
think it's that
you're telling,
simple.
but I know
I
it's not
don't
that
think
simple.
I don't because we weren't in a position to do anything, and
I
and
know,
his
but now we
career,
are. Now he wants
his
to come back.
career is like only so long.
Yeah, I know.
It was his prime years.
I know you have a Super Jack Grealish
No,
cutout.
I'm just thinking that
pushes Caddy out of bed.
I'm just saying that it's like we don't understand sometimes as fans that these guys are footballers first and Villa fans second. Like
Yeah,
that's his
I know.
job.
I know it's his
so
job. I know it's his job.
He had to do the best thing for his career, and
he's done it. But I just think that
maybe he won't come back. Maybe he'll go.
I'm not sure how many Villa fans, like the percentage that would accept him again. To be honest, like
Look,
I know it's quite split.
I think give it 2-3 games, he gets a goal. It'd be completely forgotten. I reckon with most of the fans.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
We'll see.
He
maybe goes to Saudi and takes the money.
Exactly. Go play with Ronaldo. I'd rather that.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe goes to MLS. Maybe he goes to another Premier League team. Maybe I don't know, but I could see.
Bring back Robert Snodgrass.
I don't know in what capacities we'd get Snodgrass back, but look, that's one to there's going to be plenty of rumors over the summer. But one thing I wanted to say, like this game, there's probably 5 guys in that starting lineup that potentially have played their last game for Villa, and those 5 guys are Olsen,
Chambers, Longley,
and I think Carlos and Digne you could probably throw in there, possibly.
Really? I don't think.
Well,
I don't think so. I think Digne. I don't think Carlos.
Okay.
I do. I think Luca Digne though. We have to get another left back in. But I think he's been very good this season.
Get Tierney, maybe.
But I think that Olsen's been very, very good this year. Not Olsen.
Right.
I'm reading the comment. Digne has been very, very good. No, Digne.
Yeah.
So is Carlos. Carlos in big games has got man of the match.
Maybe it's just the wages. I don't know. Maybe. It's the fact that he prefers Moreno and and Digne's not really willing to play second fiddle. But
that's true. But I do agree that we do need to see Super Joe Gauci in goal.
Oh yeah. Olsen has to go.
Yeah, he
just
does.
Like Paul has said in the comment here. I agree. Like, not just so much because he's a bad keeper, but I just think
Gauci's better.
It's better. It's better to take a chance on Gauci for sure.
I agree. Why we sign him?
Yeah, he's an Australian international. We've seen, here in the A-League. He's capable of some good stuff, and he doesn't have that howler in him maybe that Olsen does. So I think it's better to go look for youth and say, look, let's give Gauci a go, and young Emery was on the bench as well. Another goal kick. That was insane. When I first saw that, I thought, well, give him 10 minutes. Like, why on earth would you not? Like, so that anyone that didn't see this, it was Unai Emery's son. Do you know his first name?
I got no idea.
I know it starts with an L. But anyway, his son is a goalkeeper on the books in the youth team, and he got called up to the senior squad and put on the bench. And I was just thinking, well, I mean, I guess I understand, like, get him used to traveling with the team and mixing with the boys and all that sort of thing. But I was thinking, 10 minutes ago, I mean, maybe the fact we were getting stuffed would have been a bit rough on him. Maybe if it was like 1-1.
Imagine how Joe Gauci would feel.
Yeah, that's another good point. Maybe start Gauci.
A lot of people said we should have started Gauci. I think we should have. Give him a shot. What do we have to lose yesterday by giving
And he's,
Gauchi a shot?
he's part of the Coupe de Villa family. He
loves
left
us.
us. He left us the message.
He's a good man, Joe Gauchi.
He is a good man. Well, yeah, I want to just talk about like Palace for a bit, because if there are any Palace fans watching, or
very well played,
you guys are going to have a great season next season. You've got a great team, and if you can keep hold of the three we mentioned earlier, Eze, Elise, and Mateta, I would take any of those three at the moment. And
but I tell you, it's amazing. It's amazing what a new manager can do for you. Under Roy Hodgson early in the season, these guys were struggling. They weren't getting the goal contributions. They get an attacking-minded manager, and these players just become elite.
I would definitely take Elise and Eze over Grealish, and that's saying a lot for me. So
he's saying a lot for you because you absolutely love that man with more than. I'd almost say
I've got a man crush.
I'd almost say more than your wife.
No, look, you know.
I would almost say it. You didn't say no.
It's equal, okay? It's a different kind of love, right? Okay. You know, I don't want to like besmirch either of them, okay? But look,
because you know your parents.
Look, if he comes back and he wins us the Premier League, then it's going to be touch and go. But look. Look, I would love Elise. I thought he absolutely destroyed us. In some of the moments yesterday, when he was just the way he was taking players on, running with the ball. Douglas Luiz actually grabbed him like round the throat at one point to pull him down almost. To try and stop him. It was the biggest rugby tackle you've ever seen. Longley, could have given away a penalty at one stage just by trying to block him or put his foot in. And it's a good job. We didn't have to win that game, but
no, very much so. But I think we would have played it differently if we had to win.
Obviously,
I think players with little injuries would have played. I think that Yori would have played. I think that Emmy would have played. But
I think it's they asked if they could be rested before the Euros and the Copa America.
Here's a question that we got from Paul again. I think we do. I think we have to. I think Diaby's our record of 55 million.
I don't know. All the talk is like free transfers and things like this. Hermoso's coming on a free apparently. Barkley would be a free. So
we'll have money to spend.
Maybe we just get 3 or 4 free transfers and
Jack Grealish.
Maybe one big signing. But are we going to break the 63 million for Diaby? 64?
I thought it was 55. I might be wrong. That could be euros, I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's always difficult with the euros, pounds. But are we going to go over that? Maybe, but maybe we can't. Maybe we'd have to sell one of the big guns to do that.
Maybe. Another question in. What do you reckon about this one as well? I think Mings would be great in the Champions League, personally. He's just
look, it's always going to be touch and go as to how well he responds from such a serious injury.
The only thing that concerns me, Scott, is it's his second ACL.
Yeah, is it the same knee?
I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. But you look at players like in sport, like talking about AFL here, because it happens a lot in the AFL just with the mobility of the game. And there's a player that used to play for my team, Sydney Swans, and went to Richmond, and he's done his 4th ACL on the same knee. Like, they're never the same when they come back, and 12 months of rehab's not good for anyone. But if he comes back and all that kind of stuff and is completely up to it, I think he'd be great. Absolutely be fantastic for us.
Well, Van Dijk came back and he's at a pretty good level. It did take him a while, though. He went through probably a season where he was, a little bit dicey.
You got to get your muscle back up. You got to get the trust in your body back up. Like, you're never going to fly in for a ball the same. And Mings didn't do anything that he wouldn't normally do, but he just landed awkwardly, and that's it. That's all it takes. It doesn't take much. But yeah.
And we got Buendia as well. Kamara will come back sort of October-ish. How long does it take him to get up to speed? He doesn't get a preseason like the other two.
I don't think we see Kamara until Feb.
Yeah, maybe.
I think by the time he gets back into full going, you're not going to chuck him
Mm.
straight in. I just think that he's going to have to, stay in training, maybe playing the 23s. It's a bloody hard injury to come back from, and I know I have mates personally that have gone through this injury and that don't have the support of a football club paying for your operations and stuff like that. It's pretty tough. It's pretty gruesome going, and yeah,
absolutely. And the whole, like Buendia and Mings can play preseason friendlies. Come back slowly. We can give them 20 minutes in one game, 30 minutes in the next. Just build it up slowly, and the results don't matter. But
exactly.
Kamara coming back halfway through a season when it's all
tough.
on the line, like you can't really throw him in against a Real Madrid or a or Man United or a Chelsea or whatever, like, and expect him to have it be right up to speed. So look, we'll have to
that could be the perfect segue, Scott, into the chat about the Champions League.
Yeah, we were going to do this. We're going to look at the different pots for the Champions League next season, and this is up to last weekend. Who has qualified for the Champions League and in what pot? And as far as I know it, we will play 8 games, 1 home and away against 2 teams from each pot. So we're in pot 4 there, as you can see, and we will play, for example, I don't know, Celtic at home and Girona away from that pot, and then we'll play 2 from pot 1, 2 from pot 2, and 2 from pot 3 as well. So 8 games.
I'm pretty sure it's only 1 additional club from your pot, because that has to be even. That's be even. So it can't be 3 from 1 pot in total. That's be even.
Yeah, but you play 8 games, right? I think
there's 8 teams.
No, but it's one big group.
So I know. Well, it does, because what? So someone's gonna have a week off of a match. It has to be even. Your league has to be even. Someone's gonna have a week off, so it has to be.
Okay.
There's 7 other teams. There'll be one other team from pot 4, then 2, right. 2, and 2. That's how I reckon it'll be.
Okay. Well, let us know, who do you want from pot 1, home and away? Who do you want from pot 2, home and away? Pot 3? I mean, for me, I was looking at this earlier. I want Real Madrid away. No, Real Madrid at home. Borussia Dortmund away from pot 1. Pot 2, Juventus at home. Benfica away. So you can't get teams from your own country as well. And I want some big names, but I also want some games that we can potentially get something out of. That's why, I'm not going for the biggest. I mean, Real Madrid are obviously the biggest, but, one huge name. And then Dortmund, the great atmosphere. They are the finalists, but I still think we could potentially get something there. Pot 3, I was thinking
Lille. For me.
I was thinking Lille away for a rematch would be interesting from the Conference League. And at home, maybe a Sporting or someone like that, Sporting, let's say. And then, Celtic away from pot 4 would be crazy. That would be.
I know.
Yeah. That would be pretty good.
You just picked all the hardest teams in the pot.
Look, I picked some difficult games, but I mean,
you picked all of them pretty much.
Well, look, I think potentially, like, Barcelona. I didn't pick, Inter,
right, you
PSG.
You didn't pick other 8 sides in there, mate.
Exactly. Well, anyone you pick in that pot 1 is going to be difficult, right?
I reckon
maybe Leipzig would be the easiest, but even they're not easy. I think Dortmund are probably a worse team. That's why
there's no easy games in the Champions League, my friend.
No, there's not. That's what I mean.
There's no easy games. It's gonna be fun. There's gonna be some sort of experience. That's something for sure.
I'm surprised that Bruges are in pot 2. That could be a nice one to get from a potential.
I wouldn't mind.
Game that we can win.
This is the thing. The places I want to see people go. I was gonna say I want to see like Shakhtar. I'd love to see like young boys. I'd love like these random places, and obviously a couple of a couple of big clubs in there would be nice, but there's nothing easy.
No,
It's
there's
going to be
not.
fun. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be an absolute experience, and I'm really excited for it.
So let us know, out of those teams, who would you like to see come to Villa Park? Anyone? I mean,
see you come to Villa Park.
I mean, Real Madrid coming to Villa Park with the Champions League
I would
music
love to
playing
see
would be insane.
Juventus come to Villa Park, Scott.
Juventus.
I
was thinking Juventus too, because that's the last team we actually played in the Champions League. They knocked us out in '83 in the quarterfinals.
I would love to see. Right. There's probably another 3 clubs I'd love to see it. These guys never come to Villa Park. I'd love to see Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal come to Villa Park. What do you reckon about that?
Well, no. That would be boring. I mean, the only way we're going to play one of them is we make it to the last 16, which would be good.
I actually don't know. This is a good comment. I think know.
Germany, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think they play their games in Germany. Yeah, I don't think many teams are going to next right now.
No, I don't think so.
No. And of course, there aren't any Russian teams at all in the competition. And that's pretty straightforward. So yeah, like a Girona would be fun because they're a similar story to us in that, they had a really good season last season and have kind of come from nowhere to qualify for the Champions League. I think, like a Fenerbahce or a Galatasaray away would be an insane atmosphere. AC Milan, of course, Inter, these are like absolute classic names, and insane atmospheres, like going to the San Siro, going to Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
It's pretty special.
Wow, like it's amazing to see on the screen who we could potentially get.
I know, that's what I was thinking as well.
Atletico Madrid have an amazing stadium with great fans as well. That would be very difficult.
Look, it's exciting times, Scott. It's really, really exciting times, and it's actually weird that the season's over. You know what I mean? Like, it's been such a ride of emotion, such a roller coaster of a season, and once we secured 4th, I was like, what do we do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was watching the game last night. I had the Villa game on. I had the goal rush on another TV with, the other games and the other goals. And, I just found myself sort of looking at my phone a bit, like, not like I usually do. Like, it was a bit like, well,
on the beach, son.
Yeah, on the beach, but it's a nice feeling because it's been such a roller coaster of a ride this season. We got, we overachieved really in the league. I don't think any of us, not even Tommy, predicted top 4.
I actually have to go back through and see what we all predicted because I'm not entirely sure. I think I predicted us to finish 7th. I know no one predicted us to finish in the top 4.
No, I think Tommy predicted 5th. He said,
yeah, but I've only got our match predictions on our thing, which I stopped doing halfway through the season. I've got a few, but I just kept forgetting to do it, so I have to go back and get them all. But there must be, I must have written them down, but no one predicted 4th. It's just crazy.
No.
We'll have to go through in the next video and have a look at what we all said.
I looked at the list of our pundits, and Stephen Warnock, former Villa player, he predicted 4th place for Villa, and he actually got it exactly right.
Awesome.
Like City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa. So well done.
Someone put a bet on that at the start of the year. It was like paying 1,001 or whatever it was. I don't remember what it was paying, but happy man now.
That's incredible if you got that right.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so what's
I'm
left?
just knackered. I'm just knackered now. Like, the season's over and there's still going to be some Coupe de Villa content, but it's a weird feeling. We're obviously going to do our end of year awards. We should make it a black tie event, I reckon. We'll suit up for a podcast and have a bit of fun. But it's a weird feeling. I actually don't know quite what to say. I'm pretty keen that I'm going to be heading over to England soon in September, fairly soon. Watching Villa live. That's the one thing keeping me going. When the fixture comes out, I'll be keen.
Maybe watching some Champions League.
That's what, mate. Imagine that cheeky trip to Madrid. Imagine that. That'd be
that would be incredible. We're also going to do a bit of a Villa draft from the Premier League years coming out soon. So we're all going to pick a team, and you guys can vote as to who's got the best 11, and that's going to be fun. We're going to get Owen in for that one, and when
we can do some Euros content. We can do some Euros content. We potentially could.
I think we're definitely going to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, there'll be plenty to talk about. There'll be like transfer rumors. You know, there'll be like a lot of
new signings.
Yeah,
we're still going to try and do videos and lives as much as we can.
Absolutely,
obviously probably not weekly when there's no games on and stuff, but
we've got the preseason tour of America coming up as well. Football never stops, really, so there's always something to talk about.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree with this with Kieran. Seeing Man United not even make Europe is a lot of fun.
Pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
And they're saying, giving it the big and saying they're going to win the FA Cup final, but I could see them getting absolutely
if they do, fair play to them.
Look, it's a one-off game, I guess, but
that's what I mean. It's kind of like a lottery, and I know City want to win it and stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if United pull it out their ass.
Yeah, but people were saying that West Ham could do something in the game yesterday, and I think, that was over pretty easily. Coxie makes a good comment here. Carla Ward resigned. That's going to be interesting to see what happens with the women's team. They had probably an underwhelming season, really.
Compared to last year, anyway. They were kind of the best of the rest, and they had a slow start, and they kind of got going a little bit, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I'm liking they play a few games at Villa Park. I think Arsenal actually confirmed that the women's team are going to play all their home games at the Emirates, which is pretty sensational for that sort of stuff to happen. So, but
no, Carla Ward did a great job. Like, she's a good coach, and I like the way she talks about football and
100%. Like, I was able to meet her when I was over there. I went to a women's game. It was at Villa Park. I think they played Sydney. Won 3-2, and she's just great to talk football about in general. And she's very switched on. It'd be amazing to see what she actually goes to do, because she's a great coach, and there could be a good opportunity down the line for her. But it'd be interesting to see how much like money to spend and ambition the owners have towards the women's team. If we're going to splash out and try and get with that sort of top four of City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United that are kind of dominating, and there's a really big gap to the rest. I think Chelsea have won 5 in a row in that comp, so shout out to Sam Kerr, fellow Australian. But it's hard to crack into their elite. I believe that's what they say. Villa did so well last season to get close, but it's very hard to crack into the top tier teams.
That's it. And of course, we'll have like the fixtures for the men's team coming out soon. Is there anyone that you want to avoid? Do you think we could possibly get a home game first?
Well, apparently, what I heard is Villa always request to play the first game away because they redo their turf every year, so the ground's not ready. So I've heard that's why we always get an away game to start the season. That's what I've heard. Well, quote me on that. I'm not too sure.
Can't they do the turf a week earlier? Or
I don't know. I'd love a home game. I'd love
exactly. You want to get off to a good start. A big home.
When was our last Premier League home? Not even the Championship. We used to start away. It's been a while since we've had a home game.
It's been a long time. I can't remember.
Champion. It would have been.
Did we start when we first came up? Was that a home game first?
Nah, we stopped away at Tottenham.
Yeah.
Away at Tottenham.
We had that game against Everton, but that was the second game, wasn't it? Or
against Everton. Sheffield United you're talking about? Because that was technically
when Wesley scored.
Week. No, that was like well into the season.
Was it?
That was well into the season.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't win many games that year.
No, because the only one I can think of when we technically started at home was Sheffield United, but it's when the COVID season, no fans, and we actually got City away to start the season, but because they got an extra week off because of European football, we ended up playing our first game at home. So technically that one. But
and speaking about Wesley, he got let go by Stoke.
I saw that. Unfortunately, I think that injury really killed him.
He doesn't have a club. Hopefully, he can. I don't
Find
know. Maybe go back to Brazil and.
I think so.
Get a
it's
club
just so unlucky because he's actually starting to look all right for us when he got injured. Wes in that last game, and Ben Mee decided to destroy his knees. His knee.
Was he? Was he? Dean Smith's worst signing?
Oh, that's stiff. I think Danny Drinkwater's up there too, or Boya Baston. There's a couple of shockers. There's a couple of shockers.
Absolutely.
So I don't think you can't say Wesley was the worst. There's a few what's his name? Jack Carroll? The guy from Swansea we got in the championship? Like
I remember him, yeah.
Mate, we made some
shockers. He didn't do much.
No.
Yeah. But he made some great signings. I mean, look at the core of the team now. Conser, Watkins, McGinn, Cash, Emi Martinez.
Yeah, thanks. I still thank Arsenal for everything.
Buendia. There's like plenty of good players. He really helped with Ramsey coming through, and boy, is he going to be good next season when he gets finally fit. He's another one we didn't talk about.
I'm excited for that.
And it's a player we really need. I think someone that can give us that turn of speed and that sort of a bit of energy, a bit of explosive. Attacking threat from the wing, I mean, but Bailey and Diaby are good, but I think I don't know. Ramsey's a bit more of a ball carrier from deep than a tricky kind of winger. He's more of a just driving with the ball, seeing gaps, going for it. He comes from a bit deeper than those two, and I think we missed him big time this season.
Yeah. 100%. Just coming here from Kieran Smith, I'm not entirely sure on the updates, but I know they're doing safe standing in the upper Holt and upper North stand.
Yeah, they were taking out the seats last week. I saw that.
And then I also saw the shops completely shut now as well.
Yeah,
they're redoing the whole club shop, so I'm hoping it's open when I get there because I'll have to go spend some money when I'm there. So if Aston Villa Football Club want money, open up your club shop before September. Okay,
that's it. It'll have all the new Adidas gear in soon, and there's a lot of mock-up kits going around.
A lot.
There's a lot that look good, a lot that look bad. I'm a bit of a traditionalist. I like a claret top with the blue sleeves. I don't like stripes or anything kind of crazy like that, but I mean you can do a lot still with that basic sort of premise, but I still think you need a good mixture of claret with the blue sleeves, blue shoulders, and
kind of like the one you're wearing now.
Very similar. I do like this one. But my favorite one was the first kit we had in the Premier League, the 92.
Yeah, that was nice.
The 92-93 Mitocopias top, but that's a long time ago. And look, I've seen some nice little kits being knocked up by people, and it'd be interesting to see what Adidas do because I don't think we've ever been sponsored from Adidas.
Never. The last big dog we had was Nike. In early 2010 and stuff, and then we kind of went downhill from there.
Yep.
Talking about the new stuff, the new crest. And then you got leaked in the article that the Villa put up about Adidas, the new logo. I mean, I think it's just stock standard Aston Villa.
It looks pretty similar to the one we had before.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't keep the circle one. I thought that was the whole point
like
of
the
getting the circle one in, but
I mean,
it is what it is.
We do well when we've had a circle. We won the European Cup with the circle. We won.
But I thought that was the whole point of getting the circle one in was to make it the new badge.
I mean, look at the one Coxie's got here, right? on his little avatar like that.
It's proper.
That's all you need. That's proper. But
I love it.
no, they want to do. I guess.
But in Chris
they got
Heck,
their
we
reasons.
trust. In Chris Heck, we trust. He's an absolute legend, and he speaks so well about the club, and he's so positive, and he can do what he wants at the moment, given the reins. He's done so many good things in sport behind the scenes, and he's continuing to up his resume right now and really impress people.
Absolutely. And I think there's a lot of like really interesting stuff going on at the club. We're definitely going in the right direction in terms of marketing, in terms of giving out that global brand, getting us closer to the American market, getting the sponsorship on. So, look, I think we're in a good place when it comes to sort of off the field. I know there's a lot of people talking that, we're sort of touch and go with FFP and all that sort of thing, but I think we'll have to wait until next season to see, what we can spend, what the situation is really like. And I think this next transfer window will answer a lot of those questions as to,
I agree,
how we're doing. And I trust the owners to have, put the club first and to put us in the best position to go forward and have another successful season.
100%. And it's a special year, Scott, coming up for Aston Villa. It's 150 years. So Adidas not only Adidas have a lot of work to do to make sure it's a good kit, but there's a lot of things going around for 150th year, and I think it's probably a good time to talk about it. Someone that's always extremely active in all our live stream chats and in the comments is Michael Huggins, and he contacted us via Twitter, talking about the what they want to do for 150th year in the way of doing something little, if you call it, for the Aston Villa Foundation, and it's pretty much trying to people to donate like £1.50, 150 to the Aston Villa Foundation, and it's a little bit hard for us to kind of set something up to do it because obviously we're in Australia, so it'd be a little bit more complicated for us. But I know a lot of podcasts, like for the Love of Paul McGrath podcast and stuff, are doing ways to donate straight to the Aston Villa Foundation and everything like that. So if you can contact Michael if you want to get involved on Twitter, or even if you see him in the live streams and stuff, it's a great initiative from so many supporters. I know it started yesterday or the day before, the official 150th year link. So we'll be promoting it. Unfortunately, I think we'll set up our own because I think it's a little bit tricky for us, but we're promoting everyone else's that doesn't get behind it for sure. I think it's great. And the Aston Villa Foundation do so much work behind the scenes and so much work to help everyone get sorted. So, yeah. And Michael says he wants us to pick a charity of our choice. And we could do something like that. There's so many good ones going around in Australia. Happy we have to probably think about. There's one that's connected to sport with, I guess, the motor neurons disease, the MMD, and stuff like that. So we'll definitely try to do something this year. I think it's a special year for the club and it's a special year for the supporters. But it's just it's what I love about Aston Villa. That's what I love about it. It's just the fans always get united and everything like that.
And we'll put some things in our social media, some links or something so you guys can follow and donate some money if you want to, and we'll have a good chat and we'll see if we can come up with a good idea for a charity of our choosing, and maybe on the next show we'll have it up and running. Give you some more information on that. But yeah, get behind that and just look at like Noah said, the Paul McGrath podcast, is it?
Yeah.
The Love of Paul McGrath. They're doing something. So if you want to donate, go and check them out. Joel has an interesting comment here, which I agree with. I think, I mean, what's better, the Aston Villa being at the bottom of the badge or prepared? I mean, the old prepared. I was never a huge fan of the prepared because it was like. I was like, what are we prepared for? Are we prepared to lose? If
people haven't seen the logo, that's the leaked image of the logo. Sorry, my phone is... I'll turn on the brightness a little bit so I can see a better view for you guys. But that is the supposed leaked Aston Villa logo. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's locked in.
It's not awful.
It's not awful, but it's locked in. That's the thing. Like, nothing we say is going to change it. I just think they should have stuck with the round one. I really think they should have stuck with the round one.
That's
But
what I would have gone for.
it's a real USA one,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. That's how kind of the teams over there do their
Yep.
logos all down the bottom, what you want at the top,
Absolutely.
team name down the bottom, and that's what we have in charge, and that's kind of what we should expect. Nothing wrong with it. I think obviously we would do things differently, but unfortunately, yeah, there's not much we can do.
All right. Well, Noah, I think this is a pretty good spot to wrap up.
That's a little one to touch on as well.
What's that?
Well, from KM Gart.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Because we're the founding club. Yeah, okay, interesting. I didn't know that.
Neither did I. Yeah, honestly, neither did I.
Coxie thinks that it's boring and bland. The round one's his favorite.
It's just basic. It's just basic, and that's kind of what we're going to have for the next little bit.
I think it's going to be exciting. I think the shirts, the training gear, and all that sort of stuff next year should be pretty good.
I'm still very excited.
I don't think it's going to be like a story where you needed to get a size up from what your real size was, and the sweaty issue with the players. Yeah. Always saying that they were wet as when it comes to the sweat coming through. Yeah. So, surely the Adidas will do better in that
absolutely
situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but look, guys and girls, thanks for all your support this season. It's been absolutely fantastic. We're not going anywhere on the off season. We're going to be coming back with fun games like a draft and all this sort of stuff. We'll do quizzes. We're going to talk about the transfers. We're going to talk about upcoming tours. We'll touch on the Euros as well.
So much.
Tommy will be back soon, and we'll get him on for his usual, shenanigans. And, we just want to say it's been an amazing year for Villa. It's been an amazing year for the podcast. We love every single one of you. You are all part of the Coup de Villa family. We love doing these live shows with you where you guys can contribute to the show. It makes it just like a million times better for us because, we just we love the engagement. We love you guys getting on board and letting us know how you feel about the team and how we're going and what you want to see. So please, tell a Villa friend about the podcast, and check us out.
Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's go for it. Let's get to 1,000 subs. That's the goal, isn't it? We've done pretty well. I will say no one loves the live interaction thing more than Tommy. And one thing I will say is the Tommy you get on the podcast is very cliche. Is the Tommy that he is in real life. Like he's
no different.
He's no different. He's exactly how he is, and he loves it. And I know he'd be saying exactly the same stuff.
That's it. It's hard to get a word in, even when you're just talking to him off stream. But I know you guys love him, and he's obviously a lot of fun. And guys, it's all going to be even bigger and better next season. So up the Villa. Here's to another year. Champions League around the corner. Very exciting times. And we will be back next week. So up the Villa, and we'll see you next time.
See you later.
See yous.